Okay, so good morning everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will continue our discussion of discrete mathematics course. So in the previous weeks, we have learned the set theory and then the direct proof, indirect proof, and today we will continue the mathematical induction, which we have learned in the previous 2 weeks. Yeah. So let's have a quick review of the principle of mathematical induction. It states that if some property Pn, okay, so if for some property Pn here, remember Pn here is the hypothesis, yeah, is a hypothesis. So if it starts with P0 is true, so P0 here is the base case, yeah, which means the first step of any natural number. Here we have 0, yeah, and it keeps going, yeah, meaning that if P0 is true, then P1 is true, yeah. If P1 is true, then P2 is true, yeah. And yeah, for any n element of natural number, yeah, we have Pn. If Pn is true, then Pn plus 1 is true. Yeah. So here we have two requirements. Yeah. Pertama, base case, yeah, which is P0 is true. The second requirement is for any natural number we have, if Pn is true, then Pn plus 1 is true. Okay. As long as these two requirements are met, so uh, we can conclude that for any n element of natural number, Pn is true. Yeah. Then it's always true for all natural numbers. Okay. Okay. So that's the main point of the mathematical induction. So first, the base case must be true. Pertama, base case-nya harus benar. Kedua, if Pn is true, then Pn plus 1 is true. Ya, jika Pn benar, maka Pn plus 1 is true. Oke? Oke. Oke, next. So let's try to apply this mathematical induction to the MU puzzle. So what is the MU puzzle? So MU puzzle is a kind of algorithm, yeah, where we start from the string MI. Yeah, we start from the string MI. So what is string MI? String is a non-numerical data type, non-quantitative data types, yeah. It could be letters, it could be numbers, yeah. And uh, after starts from string MI, there are some operations. Here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 operations. We have 4 operations, yeah. We repeatedly apply one of the following in every step, yeah. So this is an iterative steps, yeah. So the first operation is to double the contents of the string after the M. What does it mean? So here we want to uh, multiply by 2 the content of the string after the M. Suppose we have MI, yeah. Here, suppose we have MI. The result will be MII. Why? Because because the content of the string after the M is I. Yeah. So that's why we need to double the I here. Okay. Jadi maksud dari operation pertama adalah kita menggandakan semua konten after the M. Ya, after M. Okay. But what if we have another example here? Here we have MIIU. Yeah, we have MIIU. So what should we do? We need to double the content of IIU. So it becomes MIIU, IIU. Okay. Okay. The second operation is to replace triple I's with U. Okay. So here, for an example, we have M-I-I-I-I. There are 4 I's, ya. Ada 4 I. Then the option is either we replace the first triple I's or the last 3 triple I's, ya. The last triple I's, okay? So suppose we want to replace the first triple I's here. If we want to replace the first triple I's, then it becomes MUI. Okay. Otherwise, if we want to replace the last triple I's here, it becomes MIU. Okay. Easy, right? So for the third operation, we append U to the string if it ends in I. Maksudnya adalah if we have any string that ends in I, we can add U. Okay, suppose we have MI here. Kita menambahkan U di belakangnya. Kenapa? Karena it ends with I. Ya, because it ends with I, so we can append U. Okay. For the last operation, we remove any double use. Okay, any double use. It could be for in this example, since we have triple use, yeah. Since we have triple use, we can replace the first double use or the second double use. So either way, we can get the MU. Okay. Okay, the main case here, the main question is how can we transform MI to MU? Okay. Is there any way to transform MI to MU? Before we transform MI to MU, we need to know what's the how to get the MU. Okay. Remember that this case, this MU puzzle case has multiple steps, right? So we need to find the previous step before we get the MU. According to this operation, kita harus bisa menemukan step terakhir sebelum mencapai MU berdasarkan keempat operasi ini. Okay. Let's try to guess what's the previous step. Okay, if the last step is MU. So if we have MU as the last step here. Okay, so from these operations, what operation transform I to U? Okay, let's see the second operation here. Okay, the second operation here transform triple I's with U, which means, yeah, to get the single U, to get one U, we must get the triple I. Ya. Maaf, kita bisa mendapatkan MU apabila hanya ada 3 I setelah M. Tidak ada elemen lainnya. There's no other elements than the triple I. Okay. Okay. Is there any other way? So let's see. Okay, suppose we have triple U. Okay, triple U here. If the previous step is M triple U, then we can get M U. How about the third step? In the third step, we cannot get MU because it will always contain I. Ya, kenapa kita nggak bisa menggunakan the third step? Karena di sini masih ada I, ya. Kita hanya menambahkan U di belakang I, tidak menghapus I-nya. Sedangkan kita hanya ingin mendapatkan U di belakang M. Oke. Oke. So now let's try to find a way. Okay. Okay. We have four operations, yeah. Let's start from MI. Yeah. MI. What is the possible operation we can implement to this MI? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, let's see. Since we only have the I here, yeah, since we only have I here, then the only operation we can apply is operation A, yeah. Karena in B we need three I's, in C we need W, and D we can also append U, yeah. But let's try to implement the operation A instead of D. Okay, let's try it. So now we get the M double I's, yeah. So you can also implement another way, which is the operation D. The next step, we try to double the content again, which is the operation A. And then next, yeah, we try to implement the operation D, which is to append U to append U behind the I. Okay. Next, since we've already got the triple I's, we can replace them by U in operation B. So we have another operation A, which is to double the contents after the M. The last one, which is C, is to remove the double U's. Okay. Okay. Try another way. You can try another way, yeah. But you have to use only these four operations, these four rules, okay? Okay, so no one can actually solve this puzzle, which is to transform from MI to MU. Okay, let's try to check again. Are we even sure that there is a solution? So let's try to count the I's, yeah, according to our trials, okay? So we have first one eye, and then two eyes, and then four eyes, and then four eyes, and so on, so on, so on. Okay, remember, yeah, in the previous slides, yeah, to transform I to U, we need how many eyes? We need three eyes, right? We need triple eyes, okay? But here, let's see, is there any multiple of 3 uh, among this number of eyes? No, yeah. None of these are multiples of 3. Okay. Since the initial number of I is not a multiple of 3, yeah,